Hi everybody, Mika from the future here. So before we jump into this video, we just wanted to say that shortly after we recorded it, we started wondering whether it would be the right choice to put out this reaction. We weren't sure if we said all the things that we should say, just whether we did it right. We did consider just throwing it away, but we decided to give it a chance. We'll see if this is well received. If you could please let us know in the comments whether you think that we should leave this up, please let us know. We hope that what we say is what people need to hear, if this is something that affects you. Welcome back to Dastardly Hamster, where we try to convert each other into fans of our favorite bands. So, Liam, you like 2 songs in a row by Pearl Jam, which I'm very happy about. That means I get to show you a third song by Pearl Jam. Now, I debated whether to show you this song because it's fairly depressing, but I chose this one because musically, I think that you're most likely to like it. It is one of their most well known songs. This is about a 15-year-old kid who, in 1991, went to school and shot himself in front of his class and his teacher.
This is a true story?
A true story, as far as I know.
Wow.
Yeah. This song is about Pearl Jam's interpretation of what they think he went through.
Wow, so that's already going into it. I'm expecting a very sort of sad song, but also a song that is immortalizing somebody who had a presumably difficult life, which I think is a nice thing for this band to do. I don't know anything about this kid, obviously, but I mean, 15 is too young to go, no matter what, so.
And the news media plus a lot more.
It is very relevant in America today.
Okay, that was unexpected. So it started how I would have expected it to start initially, where it was very slow, but you got this sense of loss. A sense of grievance is maybe the better term. And then all of a sudden now gets upbeat. So what I think is happening here is that they're trying to give some sort of celebration to this kid's life that isn't just pure sadness, because how he lived for the most part probably brought a lot of good memories and pleasant emotions to other people that were around him. At least that's what I'm guessing from the very short amount I've heard so far.
Let's see if you're right.
At home, drawing pictures of mountain tops with him on top. Lemon yellow sun, arms raised in a V, and the dead lay in pools of maroon below. And Daddy didn't give attention, oh, to the fact that Mommy didn't care. King Jamie the wicked overruled his world. General.
The picture that it's painting, I guess that he was painting, was Jeremy's on top of the mountain and everyone else is below him in a pool of blood, and he's ruling as some sort of king. So it sounds like he has a lot of anger. And then the next lines were talking about how mom and dad didn't notice. So it's almost like he needs help, he needs support, but he's not getting it at home.
Well, also this idea of the kid who just so desperately wanted to be in control of something and who dreamed of being a king. The things that so many kids dream about is this idea of, being a king or a princess, of having some kind of control, but the reality didn't reflect that. And he wasn't able to escape those feelings in the real world enough, I guess.
Overruled his world. Generally spoken, yesterday.
So that part reminds me of Creed.
There's some Creedness, definitely some similarities in their sound.
Creed writes at least one song that I like.
Clearly I remember picking on the boy. Seemed a harmless little fuck. But we unleashed the lion. Gnashed his teeth and bit the recessed lady's breast. How could I forget? And he hit me with a surprise left. My jaw left hurting. Ooh, dropped wide open. Just like the day. Oh, like the day I heard. Mommy didn't give affection, no. And the boy was something that mommy wouldn't wear. King tell me the wicked. Oh, ruled his world. Jeremy spoken. Yes, it is. Jeremy spoken. Yes, it is. Jeremy spoken.
Okay, I don't even mind that line there was repetitive because it did change how it was vocalizing it a bit. So I think that's fine. I think it could be the same lyric, but if they sing it differently, I don't find that repetitive. Overall, the tone is still throwing me off a bit. But basically talking about how he didn't get attention or affection from his parents, I think that's important to talk about.
For me, that scene where the kids are all pointing and laughing. First of all, the actors were really impressive. The way they were able to contort their mouths that way. Good job, kid actors. Also, this idea that like it was the bullying, right? This constant grind where the singer is, talking from the perspective of a bully and saying, this kid, I picked on him, and then it shows the whole class laughing at him. And that's what really grinds down, right? The problem is not that this kid was not a king. The problem was that he couldn't even get the most basic respect from the people around him.
Right.
And what would it have taken away from those people to just treat him with basic respect? It couldn't have been that hard to just not point and laugh at him.
I mean, we talked about evolution in the last video. High school for a lot of kids feels like survival of the fittest. You have to almost, in order to secure your place in the food chain, you have to almost keep other people below you.
It's not that it has to, but that dynamic does seem to appear a lot. It's the jobs of the people in the middle, I think, to stop those things from getting out of control. There's always going to be bullies. There's always going to be vulnerable people. It's those of us in the middle that need to place ourselves between those who would hurt and those who would feel the hurt. Try not to let these cycles perpetuate.
I mean, there were so many instances, even in my own life I can think of back to high school, right? Opportunities where I could have spoken up and I didn't, because I didn't want to be seen as one of the uncool kids. I didn't want them to start bullying me, right? And I think it's important that, I feel weird giving this advice when I didn't follow it, but I do think it is important that people are aware when that is happening and just stand up for each other, right? You're a lot more powerful if you're all doing it together. If you feel like you're going to be picked on, if you do that, find other people who maybe feel the same way you do. And if you're in a social circle that picks on people like that, maybe you're in the wrong crowd. And it sounds obvious, right? Like looking back and saying these things, but like when you're deep in it, you don't even realize it.
I've been on all sides. The times when I've been bullied, certainly not proud of that, and the times when I may have been, not a bully, but maybe sometimes a little bit mean or said something that wasn't well received. I'm very much not proud of those, but the times when I noticed that someone else was being bullied and I stepped in, I'm very proud of those.
Yeah, and I mean, you should be proud of that. That's really an amazing thing to do. Like for anyone who does do that, who stands up for others who are being mistreated, I admire that a lot. And the people I want to be around, the people I want to hang out with now are the people who do that. I think it's fair what you said earlier, talking about maybe being a bully or being things you're not proud of today. I think everyone's been there. You know, we're not all perfect. We've all made those mistakes. We all had moments where we look back and we're like, ugh, like I really don't like how I treated people in this instance. And it's just about like learning from that and acknowledging it and having enough self-awareness where you can be like, this is who I was. It's not who I have to be. It doesn't define me. But recognizing where maybe some of your faults were so that you have the ability to change them. Wait, did I missee that? Did that say 90210?
Yeah, I think it did.
Why?
Maybe because that was the ideal. That's what kids wanted to be, and maybe it was something that maybe it was a show that Jeremy liked, the real Jeremy.
Oh, maybe. Okay. First of all, I want to say I loved that outro. I thought that was actually the best part of the song. It was so good. It actually reminded me of. I've spoken a lot about how, like, when I listen to music now, I try to, like, imagine a scene or characters and the music playing in the background while this scene unfolds, especially because I do a lot of writing. So, the ending of that song, the outro, is just such a perfect music for if, like, someone's life is falling apart. Like if that was your only prompt, you would write that. Mm-hmm. So that was really good. Overall, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 ham stars. A couple reasons. I love the lyrics. I love what it's talking about. I think it's really important that they wrote this song. I'm glad that they did write this song. I think if the song was about something else, it wouldn't have impacted me quite the same. What's lowering it a bit for me is, so I do think it sounds like a great song, but not the type of great song that would appeal to me. So not really my style, but it had parts in it that I really loved.
So for me, it's a tough one. It's not exactly my favorite type of music, but the it has such an important meaning, and I think they were really trying to say something and change lives with that song.
Yeah.
To give something a 5 out of 5, I have to love it, and I don't love it as much as the things that I would normally call a 5. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 ham stars, but it's a difficult choice. And I really think that they had a tough job to pull off, right?
Yeah.
They were trying to say something about this story while celebrating his life, but also not glorifying his actions.
Yeah.
And trying to give a message to both the people that are going through this type of thing and the people that are causing these sorts of things. For 1991, general society didn't have as much of a basis to know how to talk about these things yet.
Right.
I think the important thing that I want to say out of this is just, if you are being bullied, I hope that you are able to find the resources to improve or remove yourself from that situation. If you are a bully, be nice to others, be considerate, just think about how you want to be treated and treat others that same way, or better, in fact. And if you find yourself caught in the middle, stand up for the vulnerable. You will feel so proud of yourself forever. Well, that's it for us, ham stars. Spin your wheels down to that subscribe button.
And give us a dastardly thumbs up.